Hello, hello, Fam Bam leaders. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I think minimalism is the answer to all your problems. Okay, all joking aside, kind of, but really, like minimalism is the answer to a lot of problems. And I'm not talking about minimalism as in let me get rid of all my stuff so I live with nothing. I mean, I guess if you had nothing in your life, then you would have no problems. So maybe that works there. But what I'm saying is really, when in a world of where we are told to do more, be more, have more, get more, a lot of us are finding ourselves really burnt out. We're burnt out, we're unfulfilled, we're unhappy for like the first time in our lives. We are becoming very unhealthy and dissatisfied despite the fact that we have so much abundance all around. We are feeling more disconnected and separated despite the fact that our world is the most populated it's ever been, and we're also connected via the World Wide Web. It feels like a trap for a lot of us, and it feels like a mega big problem when life should seem really abundant and simple. And so if you relate to this or understand this, if you are in a place where you're like, how do I get out of this trap? You're interested, you want more, hit the thumbs up, because this is something that even I relate to, despite the fact that I practice minimalism regularly and try to be really conscious and live balance. I understand this feeling so much, and I can easily get caught up in this wave of do more, have more, be more, and fall into this exhausting, cyclical trap. So first things first, minimalism is kind of more of a movement. It's a philosophy. It is not, let's just own the littlest amount possible and count, 20 things, 50 things. That's all I ever want to own. I want to live out of a backpack. Now, some people use it for that. There's nothing wrong with that. But really, the new movement of minimalism is the idea of identifying the things that add value in your life and then choosing to let the things that don't go and keeping and cultivating the things that do. Imagine if you do this cycle over and over and over again, how refined and enriched your life experience becomes, as well as not only the things in your life, but the people, your habits, and your experiences. So it is very easy. This is what I love about it, and this is why it is a solution. No matter where you're at, just even trying out this philosophy and applying it to your situation, it's number one, it's super easy because it is literally a question in your mind and then a simple follow-up of taking action. It's customizable, which means that nobody can tell you what it's supposed to look like, because nobody knows your experience, how you feel, and what truly adds value to you. There is no right or wrong. There's no like, it should look like this, or if this, then that. And number four, like I said, it is just a movement that has now accumulated a really fancy word that we can all relate to. And what I see minimalism of, it's a trade. So I thought that what a better way to show you how it answers all your problems than to share my experience of what I had to trade or give up to be a minimalist. So the first thing that I traded as a minimalist, and it's not something that you have to do, this is just the result in my life, is I traded being trendy or fashionably hip for comfort in my clothes, ease, and a lack of care or a carefree feeling or attitude, regardless of what I'm wearing, where I'm going, and who is judging me. So I traded trendiness and being fashionably hip for comfort and the feeling of being carefree. I also traded obligation, the feeling of having to do something that I don't want to do, for respect, self-respect, but also respect from others, and being able to identify who the people in my life that truly respected me were. People can use obligation as a manipulative tool, especially when you care about them and they're in your life, and it is so unbelievably toxic. It's so unbelievably draining and negative, and something that I've seen in many people's lives, especially good people and people that I really love and care about in my friendships and my family, people who go above and beyond to be not only a good person in their life, but give more than they receive to others in their life, and to see obligation being imposed on a person. If anybody ever makes you feel obligated, and this is just me to you, if anybody anybody ever makes you feel obligated to do something for them, whether it's show up to a party or to cater to them in any sort of way, or to not live your life, and to the point that it starts to compromise your values, your health, your own relationships with other people that you love, your passion and purpose for living, it is not worth it at all. And this is something that minimalism allows you to identify and really move past and through. It is really not worth giving up your values, your own health, and the health of those around you just for obligation. And we all do that a lot. So listen, the first person you have to be obligated to is yourself, making sure that you're happy and you're healthy so that you can help contribute to other people's happiness and health as well. The next thing that I traded was desire. Now, I do have desires. I'm a human being. But you know that pulling desire of like, oh, I want something more, like life's not enough. And just feeling the need to go out and get. Like I used to just like need to have like the best tasting food every single meal. And this one's a tough topic. Most of the time when I bring this up, a lot of people, it's tough because most of us have thought that every single meal we eat should feel like a restaurant or like a feast. It should be so amazing and enjoyable, when the truth is food. Even if it's bland, it's not tasty, it's not making our mouth water and savor. If it is nutritious and it is fulfilling us, it has done its job. So I have removed those kind of pulls or those kind of ties to desire and replaced them with gratitude. And that's not something that I just decided. It's through this practice of minimalism, this is the result. So that's just one example. Unfulfillment or feelings of needing more in my life have been traded for abundance and the seeing of abundance. Here's a great perspective, and this is just a side story, but for some reason, every time we've been minimal or like we look minimal, people give us a ton of crap. And they're doing it to be nice. They're like, hey, I thought of you guys, so I wanted to share my peanut butter cookies, and it's so sweet. I was just thinking of your kids, and here's a whole bunch of toys and a whole bag of coloring books and toys. I mean, and it's really cute, and we really appreciate it, and we accept it warmly and openly and thank them because we see the intention and we see the value in that connectivity beyond the junk that's in the bag. But it really does make a difference in your perspective of things. And when you don't need things that are given to you all of a sudden become a gift. They become a bonus, and it feels really abundant. The next thing that I gave up was overwhelm. And I traded overwhelm for time and presence. Rather than feeling overwhelmed with everything that I had to do and ending my day with not enough time, most of my days I end my day feeling completely satisfied, like we did well today. It was balanced, we got work done, we spent quality time together, I took care of myself, the house is clean, we get to relax, and this is just perfect. And it feels like I have time to be present with my family, time to be present with my own health and space to journal, reflect, work out, etc. And time to be present with my clients and my work. It is never fun feeling like you have a whole list of things to do and all these loose ends that can never get tied up because we don't have enough time, and it's overwhelming. The other thing that I've traded, and the last probably most major impact and difference that it has made on my life, is I traded stress for more energy, for more health. And if you know me and you've been a part of this channel and you've seen, you know that my main thing is that if you have an abundance of time and energy, then you can literally do anything. Like, that is my theory, and it's been true so far. The only things that hold us back is feeling like we don't have the time and energy to do it. If we had enough time and energy, we can find solutions for all our problems. We would have the motivation, we would have the stamina to continue to show up and work out every single day, to continue to show up and be patient with the people who really test the patience, etc. But when our resilience is really low, our stress levels or the amount of stress we experience becomes really high. Minimalism has been able to help me identify what things cause stress, what things add to the stress, and what things can I replace to remove the stress. And in cultivating and utilizing this practice over time, life just becomes more. This sounds crazy because we just talked about the problem is do more, be more, have more. I do more. I am more. I have more, but I have more of the things that are important to me, the things that establish true satisfaction, happiness, fulfillment, self-confidence, deep, meaningful relationships. And I have an abundance of value, which I can now, in turn, with this abundance of time and energy, help add more meaning and value to other people in my life, whether it's my kids, my husband, my best friend, my community, you guys, people at my work, etc. It is the most amazing, beautiful thing. So if you would like to get started with minimalism, I have a free decluttering or simplifying starter kit. I call it a decluttering checklist because it's the one thing that's in there, but there's a whole bunch of things in there. It's a quick start kit that you can download, a mini little ebook. You can just click that link below and get it. I just put it together. I mean, I put all these lists together and I thought, wow, like all these can be in one book. So you can start there, or you can check out last week's video on how to start being a minimalist, and hopefully that helps you. But really, I'm so passionate about minimalism because it really simplifies things, like both literally and pun intended and figuratively. Minimalism has simplified my life for the better, and I do have more of the things that I wanted, more of the things that I was after when I was going for the things that made me exhausted and unfulfilled. So I hope this video has helped you gain a broader understanding of the inner workings of minimalism and why it's such a big movement and why it is so beneficial to life. And I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below or hit me up, DM me on social media. And I really hope you like this video. Let me know by hitting thumbs up, and I'll see you guys back here. I'll see you around. Ciao.